Hey y'all, is your contractor insured? You got Doug Gore with Cajun Soft Wash out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We're an exterior cleaning company. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about insurance. A lot of people, you will ask your potential contractor, whether it's a general contractor, somebody coming out to clean your house, like a company such as ourselves, or somebody coming out to paint, or somebody coming out to put a new roof on your house. One of the biggest questions people ask, and I get asked this all the time, is, are you insured? That's really not the right question to ask. And let me explain why and explain a couple of the differences in the insurance business. Keep in mind, I'm not an insurance agent, broker. I'm not some insurance guru, and I don't know everything about insurance. But one thing about it is people will ask, are you insured? The answer is quite simply yes. I have car insurance, but that's not what you're looking for, right? You may not even know what type of insurance you're looking for. You yourself may not even know the question that you're asking or why you're asking it. It's just common to find out, hey, is he insured? Yeah, he said he was insured. But are you actually looking at those documents? Let me go a little bit further into that. So commercial jobs, for a great example, they will ask to see if we're insured, and we will provide them a copy of the insurance. And then they don't necessarily go above and beyond. Did you know a lot of your contractors out there that they are insured, again, depending on the type of insurance, but they're not insured for the type of work that they're doing. So there's a lot of variables in that, and there's no real way to really dig down. You can, there is a way, but it's time consuming for everybody involved. And I'm going to go over some of that. This is probably going to be a long video, but the questions you should be asking, whether you're a homeowner or you're a business or you're a commercial client or a residential client, are you insured? Most contractors are going to say yes. Okay, but are we talking about general liability? Are we talking about workers' comp? Are we talking about auto policies? What is it that you're talking about when you're asking if they're insured? So contractors, typically they'll be insured with their vehicle. Okay, that is if their vehicle gets damaged or they run into your property. Okay, so let's say I'm driving my company truck and I run over the edge of your grass and I break all your sprinkler heads. My general liability may or may not cover that because I was driving my automobile at the time. My automobile insurance should cover that. But if I don't have commercial auto policy, then a regular homeowner's policy may not cover the damage to your property. Let's say I back into a post and I knock down a carport. Those are the kinds of things that, so you need an auto policy, but that's typically not really the issue. The issue here is generally liability and workers' comp. Those are the two biggest issues when you're dealing with insurance. So the first thing is general liability. When I come out to work on your property, I'm an exterior cleaning company. My company is covered with a general liability policy that covers if I damage your property doing the work that I'm supposed to be doing. In other words, the general liability policy that I have isn't going to cover things that I do. They're outside the scope of what my company is supposed to be doing. So I'm an exterior cleaning contractor. So let's say that you say, well, hey, while you're here, can you replace those sprinklers that the other company ran over while they were here? And so let's say I just say, sure, let me just go ahead and do that. I'm not covered for that because that's not what my company's insurance covers us for. So then let's get into the workers' comp. Workers' comp is probably one of the biggies. It's probably the biggest if you ask me. The reason being is very simply that workers' comp insurance covers workers on your property if they're injured during the course of their work. Okay. If let's say I hire a bunch of guys to work for me, but I have them as 1099 employees. They're not really employees. I don't even believe 1099 employees is the correct terminology. 1099 basically means they're not employees of my company. They are employees of their own company, which means they have to have their own insurance. So that part of that boils into this: are you insured? Are the people that you have working on my property under your policy, or are they under their own policies? The workers' comp is the biggest here, and it's kind of the touchiest. The reason being is that if myself, I own Cajun Soft Wash, okay? I don't have to, I do not have to carry workers' comp coverage on myself. I can go and do the job and not be covered under workers' comp, okay? Because I'm the owner of the company. So I think that's an important question. Like my company, I am personally paid by my company by the hour. I'm paid by the hour so that I'm covered under the workers' comp policy, so that if I come onto your property and I get hurt, I'm still covered under the workers' comp. I can't come after you. That's really what the workers' comp policy is about. It's about protecting you, the home or building owner, from an accident on your property with either with the person doing the work, whether they're the homeowner, the employee, or whoever it is. Okay, so asking if I'm insured: do I have general liability? Do I have workers' comp? And do I have an auto policy? Going back to that workers' comp side of it, if my company is not carrying workers' compensation insurance on my employees, and one of my employees gets hurt, they can then come back and sue you, the homeowner, and the homeowner's policy for their damages to their body, however that goes. So it's really important to ask the right questions, not just are you insured. The next thing is, again, some of it comes down with working with I'm going to use the word quality company. And I've got a very specific reason for this. The person that you're working for can have insurance, and they can say they have insurance, but not all their workers are covered. That we kind of went over that. But not only that, again, they're not covered for the scope of work that they're doing, or they're categorized wrong, or many different things. And they're not going to tell you that. They'll provide you with their certificate of liability. That's where dealing with a reputable, I guess is the better way that I'm trying to say that. Dealing with a reputable company will help ensure that that document that they're handing you, that piece of paper that they're giving you saying, yes, I'm insured, is covering everybody behind them that's coming to work on your property. Very important to be asking the right questions of your contractor. Are you insured is not the right question. Do you carry general liability? Do you carry workers' comp? Do you carry an auto policy? And is everybody behind you covered under those policies? Are we dealing with any 1099 contract employees? Are we dealing with any subcontractors? Are we dealing with you and your company? Are you covered under your general liability? Are you covered under your workers' comp? Those are the kinds of issues. I hope I didn't confuse the situation too much, but I kind of wanted to give a brief overview of insurance and why you should use a reputable company when dealing with anything that you deal with. You don't want to be liable for what they're doing. Anyhow, I appreciate y'all for listening to me, and Doug Gore, Cajun Soft Wash. I'm out of here. Thank you.